get worried, chat. It might show you a Phantom in the UI, but they're all playing with pistols. When it comes to the pistol rounds here on Haven, we got to see who's going to be able to crush it. 83% for Envy so far in this tournament. On the other side, TSM has been no slouch at 75%. But that first round, it can give you all the momentum to kick off the day here now that we're starting in the quarterfinals.
And you're right, it is about momentum here, and I think it'd be unfair for me to undersell what Envy can potentially do. I think we have to also give a lot of credit to TSM because, well, they're TSM for a reason. And just checking in, is the UI correct? It might be the other way around. We'll just have a little look at that if someone wouldn't mind, because my brain is small and tiny. It looks like a contact piece towards A for now, just kind of, you know, straight up
TSM's
pistols out.
attacking here.
Yeah, straight up pistols out and just try and walk it up. And they've done really well at this. It should already be instantly a retake. As soon as Caboose gets that swap towards Heaven, just pose for a retake. You cannot take a fight on this one. There's no point. Instantly go to a retake. Somehow grabs Hazed, which is quite surprising, which is actually a big pickup.
Big pick to start things off. The spike is going to be planted, and it will be Wardell next into action. He's got his shorty ready for the push, and as you can see through the X-ray, they're going to be stacking the top. Everyone's going to be flooding in at once. The Jets thinking first, and Wardell punishes on mumming.
And again, Jets and shotguns. I mean, what can you say about it? Wardell so mobile. Nice crossfire from Sabrosa, and this retake just ain't happening. This is a shutdown, it's a shutout. Finesse finds one, but it's all but clean. 3 stand, planted, everything looking good. Wardell going to keep that money building towards the operator. That's obviously his first port of call on this map. Attack or defense, it doesn't matter. It's Wardell. Just get the man going. On the Marshall straight away, and let's see the buy coming back in. Of course, it will be substantially lighter. I'm wondering if they clean eco or if they invest a little. It looks... I never trust the UI by now. Right. I'm pretty sure you guys feel the same, but I'm wondering to see what they go for. I see a shorty, but it ain't much. So let's see if there's any set pieces into place. For now, it looks somewhat default. Maybe a little bit more of an aggressive piece over by A-Long. I'm hoping we see some nice clean rounds here, and that should be the case. It's, again, if you're looking at what to go through here, on a round like this for the attacking side, when you have the better purchase, of course, try and keep it clean, and that sounds really fundamental and easy, but you just don't want to give away the weapons, and Sabrosa is just trying to bait out the peak from Finesse, and for now Finesse is just chilling. Might be just in his cam at this point. I think he is, so they're not too worried about this. They're taking their time, and it's a default across the board from TSM.
One of the bonuses is they did get the heal out so far from Envy. We'll see if Wardell is able to get an opening pick here. As you take a look at the rotation, Sage is pushing up and trying to get some early pressure in the mid. Hayes is going to be working his way through the mid while everyone else seems to be stacking A heavy. Wardell's going to be holding the long sight. Meanwhile, it's going to be 2 teammates backing him up, and there's Wardell finding Aegis' shoulder. Doesn't hit the Cypher and has to back out, but a nice first blood.
I like that little idea with the shotgun in the cage. That's not a bad idea. Again, it doesn't equate to much, but you're not expecting to win these rounds. But if you can do a little bit of damage, take a gun away, cost him the rebuy on the armor, keep the economy as humble as you can, because you don't want Wardell safe with an operator, right? But for now, the SMGs are going to be doing pretty well for themselves, and that's going to just mean price gone down, and it's time to try and do anything you can. Caboose does find Sabrosa, so again, small bonuses, and there's a little bit of damage done on Jet and Sage, so there could be maybe a pick here, but sadly, when you have the shorty, you don't get to play retake much.
Finesse is just going to grab a ghost and go for one more peek. Now, there were 2 players weak. They got one, and he will not get a chance to find the other. Cutler finishing off the kill on a former teammate. It's got to feel good. 2-0 start here for TSM. They're the attackers. They've got the better weapons up to this point, but now we got a fair fight coming in. Calypso only able to get a half armor here, and we'll see what Aegis decides to do on that stage. But this is a big round. You got to get the op out of Wardell's hands as quickly as possible. If you win this, you got a chance here, Envy.
I want to hop on board with him. If he goes fast mid, I'm loving it. I don't know if he's going to go. He was looking pretty close to the barrier then. I was a little bit like, wait, is he going to go for this? Or we'll see. We'll see what he goes for. So they're going to peek towards short and probably double face towards long. And it's just going to be a good bit of control being built here. It's a nice piece. It's a nice set piece. But look at this counterplay. You got a 3-play stack towards long on A, and they're going to fight for control. This is very much Inferno, Banana. You're fighting for map control here. And for now, Calypso did tilt the odds in the favor to the defensive side, but with drone success, it kind of dips right back in towards the attacking side's favor. You still have Wardell standing, so you've got plenty of power there to try and make a play with. And with a 3v2 and you're on the attacking side, you get to dominate the pacing because, of course, on the defense, you're trying to be everywhere at once, and normally you could split between both bomb sites, but now you've got 3 to contest with, so C is going to be overrun. Nice quick rotation, they peel away, they don't want to walk back into the trap, send in Sub Rosa, and there you go. Spike probably going to be going down. Now the support's there, and it's game on.
Retake time. What is the game plan? You're down a man. You have inferior weaponry, and of course, the flank is going to be watched here with the operator. So going through Garage is going to be the best play, and they've got an opportunity. Does he have any cages left? That is the question here. So we're taking a look here at the site. Cages are up. Cypher trying to draw some attention, but no one is moving. Akis gets the pick on Wardell, though. So here's an opportunity. He runs right past Sub Rosa, and in comes the punish. Ultimate has to be launched on site. He's going to save it potentially, and there we go. 3-0 start for TSM.
You gotta check those corners though, don't you? I mean, that is the classic, like, you've got to check your corner with the intention of someone being there. You have less of those 50-50 corners now. Maybe they'd capitalized on long a little bit better on that little kind of like pushback in. That could have been something, but was Wardell like napping one? Like, what? Did he just miss it? Man. Like, what happened? I'm not used to seeing him not land a shot. I'm not used to it.
Wardell.
I don't get it. I don't get. Look, as said, I'm used to this guy just fragging out, top fragging, easy, just running through people. But hey, maybe he's got to take a little easy to start with, give people a chance.
All right, so we're going to see some sheriffs coming out on the defensive side. It would be interesting to see if Caboose uses his ultimate early as that Phoenix to gather some information, potentially get an early pick here. They've always seen players at A at the start of the round, and this time a kid just going to block their vision. Everyone just spreading out, trying to get some equipment. And we're going to see the first action looks like could be in the middle of the map as Wardell is trying to get an angle inching in on B.
Just remember, Vanessa Cutler, old teammates, old buddies from the Counter-Strike days. This will be a fun one, I'm sure, for those two. But I love the way they're using utility right now to get free clear on kind of these corners and kind of information. That kind of Cypher and Phoenix combo is really good, actually, on the attack. It's a nice way to clear out so many potential angles. And they need to be this meticulous because they know they're probably up against a very weak buy. So you want to check those corners. You want to be meticulous in this because the chance of a gamble stack is pretty high. So for now, it looks like an A-lean, and aside from Brim, they're all over here. And I actually really like this composition right now coming in from TSM. I want to talk about that a little bit more in the future. I like seeing Brim coming back in. I like seeing Phoenix coming into play. Love the, smokes and flashes. Give me utility all day. But for now, it is going to be a clean site take, too. I don't think anyone can get there in time.
Out goes Sub Rosa's ultimate as he is going to clear heaven. They try to get the plan off, but Caboose says, no, that's 2 quick pops. And all of a sudden, this is an opportunity for the defense to hold strong. Now, they're still outgunned, but they're up 2 players. What can they do here on the retake? It's going to be Mummy. Their star player through groups is going to find that ice wall. Cannot penetrate. He's got to go up and over it. Meanwhile, teammates are trying to move to the top of the map. And here they come. Defense pushing in. First pick there, and it's going to be Hayes Cutler holding strong for now. Nice straights back and forth. Caboose finds his 3rd and the 4th. Can he get the defuse off in time? He's got it. And that is a big round coming in from NB. Caboose, the hero, picking up 4. Put him on the map.
I mean, honestly, you want to watch how to use good utility on retakes? That's it. That was beautiful from Caboose. Just playing the time really well. They kind of hit the retake. He trades on his teammates who had the worst buy, of course. They were going in with pistols. Why wouldn't you? He flashes them in. They break the wall. They get some great pressure. They instantaneously trade. They don't sit there and bait each other. This is beautiful. I love to see that. It's very rare you see those kind of retakes being so good. And I think that's just, it comes with, good experience. I think that Envy have a great deal of that. They're very experienced players at this point. So I'm happy to see it. And Caboose, if you keep showing off Phoenix like this, people actually might realize you need a little bit more utility. I like this. The flashes are coming back in. This could be a fast play towards C. They might try and switch up the pace. But speaking of switching up the pace, aggression down middle. Caboose is straight there. Finesse already found Drone as well, forcing out the revive. They know what's coming their way. And Caboose, off the back of that ult, he sees everything. He knows what's going on. They should be able to rotate another player over.
Big roll here, Finesse to hold down the right side, and he's going to pick up 2 before getting dropped. Calypso is in on the action, but Wardell still alive, always dangerous, is going to find the body shot. The Spike's still on the ground. They're looking for the picks. Caboose from Garage, getting rid of the camera. And he's, of course, just going to try and slow this one down. Wait for the rotation from the Jet on the pinch. Mame trying to get the angle, and you're going to see Wardell start to back up a little bit. Are they committing full? Yes, the Spike is being planted.
They need this pick. They've got them locked into the site, which is nice. They can only be one place, which is C long, but they need that first pick in. And here we go. Mame's gonna be the first. That's beautiful. Okay, now it's game on. You might have Phoenix. There it is. Switches over to Phoenix, gets the kill, and then suddenly it's all looking so good. Beautifully played on these retakes. So composed, really well timed. They've just got this really nice synergy with each other, kind of working off the back of these angles, and then again, not pushing in too early, right? So Spike goes down, and they hold off CT, and they hold off kind of link or connector towards window room. And as soon as they do that, they know the only place they could be, obviously, is site, and then maybe over on C long. And what do they have left? They have a jet, and they have the Phoenix. So you've got flashes, maybe some smoke, some good movement. I love this. This is a really nice bit of play. Now, I want to see what the economy's going to start looking at, because surely that's now dwindled down for TSM. I don't think they've got the money. Now, bear in mind, pistols. I sat there and watched back one of TSM's higher, win-rated games, so their finals double up on the defensive side. Love that, love that, love that. Here we go. Peeking down towards long, expecting the camera as well. Anyway, I'll come back to that if we see something interesting, but Wardell's success does bank on his economy being managed to get him on the op. So I'm looking to see if he can recover that. And again, this is an eco round, don't worry. If we see Cutler popping off some more, I'll give it over to Puckett. But money-wise, this is good. Oh, the timing, the counter 3 and shoot. It makes me happy. It makes me happy, Puckett. This makes me deeply happy.
We're here in the desk tippy tabs. I'm getting excited. Ward's excited. Pistol round is over. We are back to a fair fight. Ops on both sides, but of course, we're going to see Envy rocking the double op on Mome and Calypso. And Mome, like we've always talked about Wardell, but I feel like this is a player that is starting to steal the spotlight in North America. He was very clean on the retake over at the C site 2 rounds ago. There you see him getting the final pick to end round 6. But keep your eyes on the Jet from Team Envy as he's going to try and give Wardell a run for his money. Will we see an off battle at the start? I've been praying for it. Instead, Wardell is looking for the pick in garage. That's where Finesse was causing problems last round. And they're going to just slow play this as it's going to be Drone heading through short. They will probably be the one getting info. As I say it, Mome peeks and Hayes goes down.
You'd love to see it instantly shut it off, fall away. They've taken control. They've got to be careful of short. And it's a bit of a gamble because they aren't holding short. And if maybe TSM work that out, they could maybe pressure it quick, but it's a risky move, isn't it? What if they switch up that next round? I love this. I love map control games. And they're double dipping. They're going back in for more. Wardell outdoes Mome this time, though. You're not going to get away with it twice. You don't get to peek him twice. Using the ultimate, this is surely an invested round, but this is a pretty risky investment from TSM. It's already, what, a 3v4, but look at Jet. Look at where that spike's heading to.
Wardell is being so sneaky. His teammates drawing the attention over to the A site. He is just going to loop it around. Now, of course, Finesse still has a camera here, and he's got the tripwires. The Jet can go up and over one of those, but the camera's still going to spot you. And they're just going to decide to double back, try and regroup. This is a big round, of course. You want to keep this operator. You are poor if you lose it if you're TSM.
Obviously, for the attacking side right now, they hit the brakes to try and cause a little bit of paranoia, right? So you keep maybe less players dedicated towards the site. But I'm pretty sure it's Caboose stuck in that corner, who's probably going to be good for one. You've got to feel like someone's going to check on it. They do. Nice work from Cutler. That's that kind of very experienced player. Overpeaks on Calypso, though, to try and secure the site. Now, time's ticking. You're down to 5 seconds here. Spike should be okay to be planted. No! Akis with a great commitment just to deny the plant. Beautifully played again! Envy! Envy! What's going on?
And props to Calypso as well. Dropping the ults, stalling out everyone in the middle of the site. No spike planted, really no weapons to leave. Can we take a look at the economy? Yeah, okay, so Wardell is going to buy up again, and it looks like the rest of his squad, what can they get? We can get a Sheriff. We're rocking a Spectre, Cutler. Is he going to go all in with the AR? Okay, so they're going to be trying to do their best here. Under weapons, double ops on the opposite side. What can you do here for TSM? Calypso's going to take one to the body. Survives it. Wardell down to 23 health.
And it feels like TSM are so desperate to take this control, right? They've been fighting for this A control so often, and the nuisance of Caboose being here and, everyone else being around is such a threat. Now, the natural progression, of course, everyone knows that we were talking about last round, hitting up short. So that's where they're heading now. Nice pick from Mummy, though. The switch up there, the adjustment. He was 0 by 8 at the start of the round. Switching it up, looking elsewhere, kind of being mobile is always going to be a really good factor. Caboose going to get taken down by Wardell, so a bit of a trade out, but again, no site has been really taken. They're denying this kind of flank that was trying to come in through B, but now the site's vulnerable.
Calypso with a nice molly. Unfortunately, the wall goes up, the heals come in, and it's still a 2-on-3. Attackers have the spike over at the A site, but that doesn't mean they've committed. If you take a look at Subroza, he is out hunting at B, and he will be found. Finesse with a nice flank. This is now a very manageable 2v2. You got Calypso in heaven with the operator, stalling things out. And of course, the rotation coming in from Finesse through the smoke, pokes in as Cutler falls.
Okay, he knows where one is. Yeah, Calypso outdoes him. That's... And I liked what the attacking side was doing then. Let's talk about that. The 3-2 split. I like that idea coming out from TSM. Kind of playing up short, trying to get that B late lurk to try and catch any players, kind of hit those rotations towards A. And it's a really nice idea. The theory piece is good. But again, that double AWP presence, there's a reason it's a very, very powerful product to have into play right now. And honestly, it's been a while since we've seen someone really test Wardell. The attacking operator isn't working out so good for him here. He's getting challenges. I'm pretty sure he legged the other player, but
can we watch him? He's a glass cannon this round. Last time he got legged as well, and this time Mame is going to take him out through the wall. So no armor, no chance of surviving that, even if it hits you in the knee. First Bloods have been going to Envy. Big props. Of course, they're on defense. They have an advantage, but they are putting these sniper rifles to work. Another one from Calypso. That molly is going to stall the spike plant. Everyone taking a little bit of damage on the site. And finally, Spike is going to go down. Hayes is going to be able to escape, but it's just 3 attackers. Make it 2 left as Finesse is on the pinch.
Yeah, we've got to watch that Cypher over by A right now. They're on the flank here. And for Hayes, just has to buy time. He's trying to buy time for Cutler to get around the back. And Cutler has to play this so perfectly. You cannot rush this. You cannot go too soon. And there it is. It's all over. He tries to make it happen, but maybe there's recovery. Oh, okay. there's recovery. How the hell is this happening?
Cutler and Hayes, the old teammates trying to get it done, but of course their former teammate Finesse is going to put the final nail in the coffin here of round number 9. 6-3. This was a 3-0 start for TSM, and since Envy locking it down on defense, nice snipes from Mame to open it up. Calypso got a few FB, great molly to stall things out. They're using their equipment, but most importantly, they're using these snipes.
You know what? I'm going to be honest. It doesn't feel like an anti-strat, but it feels like Envy knows what TSM likes to do. TSM have a couple of set pieces, so that B piece is nothing new. I mean, if any of you watch the Valorant competitive subreddit, I'm going to talk while they're on the Eco or on the Sheriff round. I casted CS recently. So that set piece, their mid piece, kind of almost set up Cutler on the play. It's something very similar to what they've done before, and it's a very well-known piece, and if I know it, I'm pretty sure Envy knows it. So again, these sort of things, seeing a team keeping awareness of this in the form of Envy, I really like that. I really like this. And again, that kind of pressure that Envy are always putting down on A-Long, very nice. You know, all of these are very kind of characterized pieces they like to play off. Now, can they control this the entire way through? No, because there's always going to be individuals who can outplay them. That's nice from Cutler to find Finesse there. So this is going to be down to TSM to switch it up. But again, Envy are on defense. Let's keep it for what it is. And okay, I get excited when I see Wardell knives out.
Mame wins.
Yep, there it is.
You will not.
And another snipe coming through. Quick res as Cutler is brought back into another dagger. Thank you for that one. Mame finally going to be brought down by drone, and it is a 2-on-2. So with just Sheriffs and an ultimate, pretty decent job by TSM. They get the plant and could still steal this round, but Calypso finds Subroza, and all of a sudden drone is in trouble and down.
God damn, these retakes are hot too. Okay, I'm going to talk to chat real quick, because, you know, let's type into you guys at the start. Chat, when am I allowed to be excited by Envy winning this? Like, what's the score I'm allowed to be excited at? Because 7-3, it's like, I'm not going to write TSM off at any point, really, but, like, when's the scoreline? When is the scoreline that I get a little bit behind Team Envy? When am I allowed to do this?
I think it's 9.
Are we going 9?
You can't count them out, right?
True,
TSM has been so clean through group stages. 8-3, actually, I'm excited. I'm excited for Envy right now. I'm not going to lie. I love what we're seeing here. Mame, Calypso, and of course, just strong play from Caboose. He's been using his Phoenix ultimates to go scouting every round. He's been supporting his operators. And here at the start, we're going to see more action at A once again. That player spotted through the cage exit. And we'll see. Can Cutler work his way out of a pinch?
Okay,
So I'm going to
now
try and flash him, but the arm's spotted.
because they lost mid control, they have to push over on long. They need to take back some sort of map territory, and this was the easier access, but it looks like the attacking team know that too. So the problem is now on A, they're in a pinch. You can see Caboose is worried about the back because technically Wardell could have pushed that. Revive comes in, so Calypso is back. So no harm, no foul, just no armor. Mame, though, is so good at tipping these scales, Puckett.
The man is swift. So is this one. Calypso finds Wardell already 2 down to sniper rifles again. How many times does that happen? Chat, could someone please create a bot that just tracks the double kills to start the round? Ultimate's being invested. Not gonna find anyone. So Rosa still with his Brimall available. And we're gonna see the attackers still try and make this work. 3 versus 5. Running out of time, 35 seconds left to plant.
I mean, these retakes have been really, really good. So the 3 of these players live, they do have Brim's ult, though, which is a big element to this, so they could maybe bank upon. But let's see if he can stay alive here. He's trying to play it safe towards the window room. Flash comes in, Hayes is in danger, outdone by Caboose, but now where is that ultimate? So Bros has got to go clutch on this one. He's going to put it down. He's got to find the first 2 kills. He's dead, but has he bought enough time?
I think there's a lot left here. They're going to get an easy one. 8-3, Envy holding strong. TSM maybe sleeping in a little bit too much. We'll see if they wake up here. Second half a round away.
Okay, chat's saying I can get hype now. Chat's saying it.
We can get hype.
Okay.
Right now.
Okay, we can believe. We're believing. But look at this run. It's a pistol round and then every single gun round has been Envy's. What the hell?
So Pansy, question for you.
Yeah.
Going up against these operators has been trouble every single round. Definitely long A, and then we've often seen one peeking through the garage. What do you do to get past that?
They're not doing the wrong thing, they're just dying. I mean, the problem is the cage has been missing, so you're getting free information from Mame. They've got to use their utility to force them off. You've got to bring over your Phoenix, you've got to use your flashes, they've got to fight for it, and they're doing that. This round, finally, they're going for it. But by now, they still have to make this hit count because Caboose is one of those top fraggers, and he's been a nuisance the whole way through.
Nice job. Trigger discipline as he lets him walk in and finds 3 headshots. Caboose was the hero in round 4 that got this all started. And here he is starting it up with a 3K. Final round of the half, and it's just Subrosa working with his Sage. And down goes Subrosa. So Hayes, last man standing, is in a world of trouble. Spike in between the 2 defenders. He could work this in 2 1v1 fights, but he's just got to come out on top. Your slow isn't going to help you. Your wall isn't going to help you. This is raw gun skill, and he just doesn't see the pinch coming. Akis pokes out at the right time. 9-3 half. That's how you start the quarters, TSM.
It all looks so good, and then they just didn't check the corner. He's been playing that spot so often.
Do you think TSM bounces back, though? I feel like they lose this game, but they bring it close. Because 9-3 is not something anyone in the chat predicted. I did not expect it. But we know this squad has the talent. This is going to be a big pistol round. They won the previous one. Let's see what they can do on the defensive side. Again, Wardell, the player to watch for me. He's going with the half armor and, of course, the shorty. Loves the shotgun on that jet.
I mean, for me, I think the big story then was I don't think people are used to being able to get away. I don't think TSM are used to being aggressively AWP like that. I don't know if they have in mind how they like to play against it yet, you know, how to kind of isolate, force out, smoke out, flash out. But we'll see. This is where the comeback has to start. They've got to go all the way, right? And Sabros is doing just that. 2 to start with is a very aggressive beginning, and Wardell is chomping at the bit. Mame might be just fed to the blender.
Come on in. Water's fine. Instead, Mame going the proper route. It's going to follow in his Cypher. Flash from Drone. Going to try and stall, and he was down to just 11 health, so needs to heal up, and he's going to get back to 54, but 2 bolts to the body will drop him. And they've got time here. A minute left on the clock. No flanks on the map. They're just going to try and push this one in. They've got nothing but 1 smoke, and there we go. Mame is going to get the pick on Drone, but Cutler answers back with 1 on Finesse. Wardell finally finds his shorty pick, and now, all of a sudden, last man standing, it's your Brimstone, and Calypso goes down, hazed with a headshot through the wall, brings them back, 2 pistol rounds in a row, and remember, last time they won the pistol, they turned it into 3 straight wins, so this is where you can see TSM climb right back in the game, bringing it at least to 9-6.
That's certainly possible. I mean, that's the thing. This game isn't as hard on the economy as Counter-Strike is. You don't get put in the hole like you do in CS, but you definitely can feel the pressure of it. So if Envy don't get a grip on the economy soon, they could be pushed into a bit of a tricky spot in that regard. And we'll see what their attacking side's like. We've seen one look that they can bring out, which is very, very good. Of course, that's call it what it is. But no one's saying the TSM hasn't got some talent on their squad, and now on this side, they can definitely kind of lean into that. Hayes gets the info, tries to buy a bit of time, slow down the hit. It's a good idea. Wrap the walls up, and the spike can continue its journey forward.
Calypso trying to flank, and he's going to find Hayes there. Now we're going to see Wardell on top of the logs. What damage can he do? 2 more challengers. Nice headshot to start here. Body shot, rather, and he's going to have 1v1 on the site. Phoenix still working through B, though, and Wardell is going to spot it. Calls it out. For just pistols, this is going great. 1v1
no.
Horde.
I don't like this. Fuck it, I don't like this at all. Caboose has got the right idea. Oh god, why is Cutler top fragging? Why is he the one? Why? Ooh. Can we just hit the scoreboard and have a quick look when you get a sec when we come out of this beautiful replay watching this one back? I'm worried. I'm worried. Wardell's warming up at least though, you know. He's getting there. Okay, Cutler's no longer top fragging. Thank you, Sabrosa and Wardell. One
very
kill-ish.
Very close.
It's very close. Like, I love Cutler. I love what he can bring to a team. I just don't think he's meant to be your power player. Right? I think that's how it's meant to be, but with Wardell maybe warming up a little bit here, early up as well, but Mummy's on one as well. Glass cannon though, no armor, so fully invested into this. Hayes maybe feeling out the pressure early. This is an all C piece right now from the attacking side.
Well, they know there's an op out there. Be careful, it's back in Mummy's hands. And the Jet always dangerous. Wall depleted. Cutler gonna have to use his equipment, and now you can see the attackers wisely rotating. So they've baited out everything they could from the Sage. They got the camera set up over at C. They can start working their way through the middle or potentially just push all in on the A, but it's gonna be Wardell waiting for him there.
Someone asking why Jet is often utilized at this level, and well, it's because of this. Wardell gets a pick, ideally, and then he can fall off. Ooh, don't dry cross that. That's too dangerous. But again, it's the mobility you get with Jet. You can get to new angles. You can, fall away from a pick nice and quick. And he's dedicated to this. He's got no one backing him up. They could be up short for all he knows, but he's a brave boy, is old Wardell. And that's a silly peek from Finesse. Going to be punished all day of the week for that. There comes the knives, and here potentially goes the round, Puckett.
Wardell just taking his time. He's got the operator for long, and it's going to find the op on the opposite side. Wardell with 2, and Drone is going to finish off the round. Nice solo hold on A there by Wardell. It was cocky, like you said, but the man is confident in his shot, and when he starts to heat up, he is the most dangerous player in North America, in my opinion. Here he is. Mummy with the peek, walks into it. The second one never had a chance, but we'll see. Can you keep this up at A?
3 dry fights against an op. No utility put towards him, no flash, no close smokes. What do you think is going to happen when you dry peek Wardell? One by one. Don't give him the room for success. It's frustrating when you see someone, doing that when they just had the half where they were capitalized on it, right? They got away with murder because there wasn't that much
Caboose with the Sheriffs. When they're on eco rounds, this man has been a legend. He got the first pick, and Mummy, of course, has the Jet ultimate. The daggers can do all kinds of damage, can help you find a weapon. Phoenix are also going to be invested by the attackers. Drone trying to hold him off, but the smoke and the molly gonna force him back. Wardell doesn't hit the shot on Mummy, and this could cause trouble. Flank trying to slip in as Akis finds the second headshot. Already 2 defenders making 3 down. Ace is about to fall as well. Survives through the right click. Now it's just Cutler.
Again, this is the reason we always take a moment to consider pistol rounds, gun rounds, how important are these? Those first 3, arguably 4, can be treacherous. Cutler doing everything he can. I mean, there's no discrediting what he can do here. The man's a turret, but the time is ticking, and Calypso will tip it in their scales, and what was meant to be maybe a couple more rounds of a run gets cut short. Now, at least they do die to the spike in the end, but this is scary times now, because that was not meant to be the round that they're able to bring it back on. If you look at the economy, of course, Thrifty is meant to help out those players who don't understand the economy, but essentially it's, if you're on a very weak buy in comparison, you're not meant to win it. Now, here's the big one, if I'm honest, Puckett. The last one shouldn't have happened. This was the big one. You've got a double AWP set up on the defensive side, which is obviously one of the most powerful ideals to have. But then again, the first half was only 3 rounds, and this was 3 rounds. I do hope, for the sake of TSM, they stabilize here. This is the one where you can make your comeback happen.
For anyone new to Valorant, we're playing to 13, so Envy just needs 3 more successful attacks. They got it done with the eco round previously. What can they do here with all the gear? Calypso gonna go for some early smoke. Meanwhile, it looks like we're gonna have a C peek. Wardell, the player watching it. Will they flash in, or are they gonna dry peek like they did at A? It's gonna be the Phoenix pushing forward. And we'll see, what can Caboose do? He was the player who got first blood the last 2 rounds. Looking for one here. He gets walled off, but still finds the headshot while falling off the wall.
Oh my god, Caboose is an animal. Okay, I'd like to chalk this up to being something more than just one player popping off, but it's Caboose right now. This is all his round. The utility is good. They're keeping that pressure high. They've walled off every angle. They flooded the site with it. But that was also just a straight up fight on Caboose towards Wardell, which honestly, Wardell would normally win. And now they've got a bit of utility left for the post plant, which is super, super vital here. Buys you time, and this is going to force a save.
Yeah.
Holy shit, they might have done it.
Previous round, you got to keep your guns up if you want the rest of this game. TSM playing for the long haul, but Envy knocking on the door. I believe this was their map pick for Haven, but still, this is a convincing score will be a convincing victory if they can roll these next 2.
Yeah, this should be TSM's pick, right? Can someone double check? I think this would be. I think, maybe, not sure.
This is TSM's pick. Thank you.
Yeah, just
I assume they
mean,
went with a scent just based on their win percentage, but wow. Okay.
Yeah, this, and again, this is the thing, like, a lot of people don't realize that, you know, when we're excited that Envy are winning, it's because obviously TSM are currently regarded as the best in North America. If you go by results, I think it's a fair assumption to make. So, again, it's like, for me, if I see a team beating them that many rounds in a row, of course we're going to be excited, because it means that Envy have put in the work to realize how to do it. Now the money has been humbled on the defensive side. They can still afford an AWP, but it's only one of them. So let's see if they can find more room. I want to see if there's a switch up here. We've seen a very pacey C hit coming through. How do they want to get past maybe another AWP in the hands of Wardell? What's the plan this time for the attacking side?
I don't know. I'm distracted by the amazing skins that you'll never buy, Pansy. I'm going to convince you by the end of the year, you are going to have a full kit of skins. It's going to happen. In the meantime, you can see no one peeking garage defense, stacking heavy A, heavy C. They're going to give up B and go for a retake if needed. And the offense kind of confused. They're checking all the corners. No one is here.
Okay, I guess send Caboose in. Get an early spike plant, sit in post plants. How far away is the brim from the ultimate? Pretty far, I guess. But full retake for TSM? I mean, the theory's right. You want to hit a nice close sight, quick, pacey, deny ops, you want to get picks. This is making sense. Let's see if those retakes are just as clean for TSM, though. They could show that we saw, you know, something on the other side that's not that special. They can keep up, but they've got to go kind of quick here. This is taking some time.
And they're going to see the sight wall up and go for it, but the molly comes in just in time. Instantly, Hayes has to back off, and now they're a little bit worried. Wardell gets the first drone. It's going to answer on A-Kids, but there's still plenty of defenders in the middle. As I say, a drone takes care of business with 3, and Hayes is going to get his 9th kill of the game. So nice job there as the defenders get the spike diffused at the last second. That was a little bit scary, though, when that molly came in.
That was a really good retake coming out, and honestly, Drone gets all the credit for that one. His play in back in was perfect. He fought everyone off in mid. Yeah, the molly was pretty scary, but damn, I've got to give it to Drone there. Like that to me is pretty solid. And of course, there's old Wardell from the group stage, just the specifics of how well he played. So it's nice to see a couple of people challenging that. So again, 11-7, game back on. This is TSM holding on to the rounds that just about keep their economy strong. 4 alive is really good for them. You could see it was starting to dip a little bit, but they're back on point. Through the cage we go. A little bit of a flash off the back, but no one being aggressive towards A long this time for the defensive side. They're playing a little bit more, I guess, deeper towards the site.
Akis is going to be working his way into garage. Meanwhile, everyone else leaning over towards A. As you see the 3-man stack at short. Caboose has been so good on the entries. And of course, Phoenix, probably the best entry character with the flashes, with his ultimate, all in the kit. Drone is going to pop his and gets the kill on Finesse before being sent back to his body. And now they've got the info. Will we see the push? Smoke starting to come down. Caboose goes for the flash, and perfect timing by Hayes to throw up the wall.
Yeah, really nice utility back and forth between these two. Kind of keeping each other humble. They are going to peel away from this on the attacking side, maybe consider another option. The defensive team did rotate a player over towards A, so they're going to leap B down towards Sub Rosa, but Sub Rosa is a beast on his own accord, so still has the molly too, so he can hinder the plant. Off the wall it goes. Don't know if it's going to stop it. It doesn't, and actually Jet gets out. Nice to use Jet for that plant. Gives you a little bit of a way to escape the mollies, but again, another post plant in high numbers. What is it? A 5v4. This is going to be another tricky retake here.
Yeah, and this time Hayes doesn't have the wall. He had to invest it at A. They got it out of him early. So you're relying on a little bit of cover.
Did they? No, they're okay. Okay. Whew.
This spike can't be touched until the molly is gone. Now they're easing in with a little bit of cover from Wardell. This is what they did last round, but Mummy is here to answer back this time from the window. So Rosa 5-2, trying to do a drone in just a round to go.
Prepare for hellfire.
Calypso dropping the ult, and now we've got a counter Brim ult. As
Doing
they
it.
get it halfway, they've got it all the no! Calypso with the last second pick on Sub Rosa. Everyone falls to the bomb, but a huge round. Envy 12-7 is on map point.
That's wild. I'm pretty sure, did either of those Brimstones have their ultimate prior to the plant? I don't think they did. So through that, getting those kills got them onto their ult. I'm pretty sure. I may be mistaken. Please feel free to correct me, but that was pretty wild. I mean, and the one bonus is that when you're Envy, you at least have a couple more rounds to throw at the wall to see which makes stick. And they just went back to that B piece. There's nothing too fancy. It's kind of your standard wall off one side, bait out the utility, get a post plant with as many as alive as you can, right? It sounds nice and simple. But your repetition on that gets quite tricky, but they did manage to pull players away because they did that feign towards A, which was quite nice. And this is their standard default on the attacking side for TSM. Across the map, still trying to take some control over towards short, a little bit of pressure towards long. They're going through the motions here. Excuse me for Envy. So again, for Envy, just kind of going through every motion that we know, they're not giving away too much. And on the defensive side, they can't get too much of a read. There isn't much room for this defensive aggression that we've seen them be able to capitalize on before, because there haven't been too many tendencies shown. There hasn't been that, oh, they do heavy A lean, oh, they do heavy C lean, oh, when they do this, they do that. It's actually quite hard to read what they're up to right now. And I guess, again, better the devil you know sometimes. We'll see what they go for this round.
Just judging by the tripwire setup here from the attackers, I assume they're going to be trying to work their way into B, but could always flip that back where the Phoenix is waiting. Mummy's going to find Sub Rosa. So one of the top fraggers from TSM eliminated.
So Rose has been the B controller every single time, and this might be a good response. They've forced the revive out. This kind of resets the playing field, and they've kind of feigned that B hit might be the potential case coming through, or maybe it was considered on the attack, but they've actually switched up towards A, and the timing's gonna be weird. Caboose gets caught in a weird crossfire, but this time Drone steps up. That's really nice with Cutler there. Someone did get away on the site, and Mummy has the ultimate, and the spike's gonna go down.
Potentially final round. It's going to be a 3-on-3 to close it out. Spike planted. Mummy still full of daggers, ready to pop. And they know there's going to be a little bit of action from the top. Now they are for sure. It's going to be Wardell with the operator. Calypso trying to make his way up, and Hayes and Sub Rosa instantly finding kills. So Calypso trying to be the hero. And that is not going to happen. Nice job by TSM. They stay in this game. Envy, though, still threatening. And we take a look at the numbers here. Wardell gets to 18 and 14 on the other side. Calypso and Caboose leading the charge at 18 and 15 each.
Oof. Okay, let's look at the money, because I'm pretty sure that is going to, yeah, it's going to deplete the money away from Envy on this. So this is going to be time to close out for TSM. You want to run? This is the run. Keep it clean. Don't drop these rounds. We saw one of these rounds go astray, but I don't know if they could be able to make that happen. I wonder if they have a unique play in mind. And again, for TSM, you want to keep this as clean as possible. You don't want to give away guns, because your economy is pretty fragile too. Look at the money they've got left in the bank.
So
it's not a great deal.
Yeah, zero credits.
So this isn't a round to make big risks happen. Nice little spam on the cross there. Does manage to catch a little bit of damage towards Finesse. And Mummy, actually. Not bad for Drone. A little bit of a freebie there.
This little 3-bullet spam connected on 2. We'll see if they can continue to do damage. It's Cutler spotting the first. And that's Caboose. Normally where Caboose is, you can expect more. Here comes Mame, but Cutler too patient, backs away safely, and now the punishment is here. Of course, this is just pistols, so nothing amazing out of TSM, but they didn't drop a single weapon, and we mentioned that going into the round. They need every credit they can. Here's how Cutler got it done.
Yeah, nice and safe. That's all you want in these rounds. No risky plays, no crazy plays. They fall back to site. They try and not allow those pistols to an area where they can really thrive. Sabrosa going to do well for himself too, which is nice because it gets a bit of funding. Now here comes the buy back in. We're getting close here. What a great game to start this off with. I think this was the potential that we could have seen between these two. I did not expect Envy to become so well prepared for this. If I'm honest, they've really come in aware. You know what I mean? Like, that's the best feeling I can get from this, and I love that. Let's see what the double stack on long is. No ops on A long, it looks like, for the defensive side. That's going to be over towards C long. Not too surprising. And a bit of mid-presence. They're not really holding the extremities here, so they're going to have limited information. They are banking on the traps to do the work, which Finesse put down, but this looks like it could be something pacey, either B-based or towards window, obviously the way they're sitting, but yeah, off the back of that ultimate pop, here we go. Hayes going to peel away from this, buy some time, try and run down that ultimate. Make it as lacking as possible, and Hayes, that's a dirty little spot, isn't it?
Just gets it up in time. He has done that so many times to Caboose. As soon as he sees the flash, the wall is ready. And now Hayes, still up on his wall, is going to get even more equipment sent his way. He's going to survive it all, of course, and you can see the defense. They were heavily stacked up over at C. Now they're starting to read that, well, maybe that spike is going elsewhere.
If they'd had a player working through short, they might have gone so much map control. You see it, obviously, hindsight's 2020, and we get a mini-map, of course, which does help, but let's have a look how they do this, because you still want that jet to kind of feign that C is where you're making attention, whether you step, make a shot, make some noise, but by this point, they're going to rotate now. So Jet needs to do something to make this valuable over by C, otherwise it's kind of all for nothing. Maybe a late flank, but that's pretty far down the line. You still got to take the site, and you do have that Cypher over there. Here we go. Wardell's found Mummy. That's all been for nothing, really. Caboose going to clear the site, but they are up in heaven. They should be able to get the spike down in this, but a post plant with 3 up against a full squad is going to be tricky, and that's why Caboose wants an early kill. Try and tip the scales early.
Caboose is going to take the tight angle, hoping they don't check the corners. And he's going to let the Phoenix slide right in, punish. Wardell waiting with the op, though, and that is going to be a tough situation now here for Envy. Just 2 left, make it 1. And Akis is going to be found by Drone. You mentioned it, the lurking jet on the opposite side of the map didn't work out for Mame, and I feel like that's where things started to go wrong. Nice use of the ultimate by Drone to go scout inside the site, call out what he saw, and then, of course, Wardell watching his back with the operator. Playing it nice and patient. Wardell goes up to 20 and 14. Drone sitting on 12 assists this game. And when you look at the ultimates, the big one is ready. The Brimstone ult can stall out any attack, any spike attempt.
Now the money's super good for TSM as well. They've got, you know, backup money, but I guess if they lose around, it doesn't really matter because they'd have lost. So at this point, you got to just keep looking at Envy's money. And right now, it is hot garbage. It is straight trash, but they're going to try and make something count. Though. I mean, they have, and that's the scary part, isn't it? It's like, does Caboose just have, like, one of those crazy rounds? What is this read? Are they getting ready for just retake straight away? I guess that could work if you're on the defensive side. You don't want to kind of tussle with the pistols early and maybe take needless damage. They've seen the info over by short, but as long as it's got the peak, smoke comes in. Finesse a little ahead of the smokes there, so maybe just wanted to get the quick pick, but it doesn't work out by any means. But by now, Spike's going to go down. Maybe. Yeah, there you go. Spike is down, but Sabrosa's ult's going to do the damage.
Get out of my way!
It was looking grim for TSM, but now they're clawing their way back into this one. Still have to get rid of Caboose, who is in hell. Player also on site. That was going to be Calypso, and he is found. So both are removed. Akis just trying to take guns out here, and he is going to find a headshot before being ended. Cutler with another hold over at the A site, finding 3. It's an eco round, but keep your eyes on Cutler, the old man hands. We expect him just to support today's fragging.
Here we go. Okay, game definitely on. I mean, the fashion in which this has happened. Look how many post plants we've been in. And again, maybe people are new to these sort of games, but to get to a post plant, it normally shows you have the right strategies, or that the team is posted up for retakes potentially. But again, to get to what, 1, 2, 3, 4 already on this side, it's wild to me. Was that 3 ops I just saw out? Yeah, they're cycling one. Color might be cycling one. Why not? It's the final round here, and God, we could be going OT on the first game. This is gonna be a long night, but I'm hyped for it. I don't care.
I'm ready. I'm ready, of course. OT, win by 2 now. And we're gonna see Cutler off the break, spotting a player at A. There's always been some early action there. They expect it now. No one continues to push, and they're holding 2 at long A. Now will the attackers hit quick, or are they still looking for the intro pick? Wardell watching down long C. This is a dangerous angle to dry peek.
Oh, this rotation. They're going right towards Wardell. You either love him, you hate him, but you gotta respect him. That sort of shot is gonna get things going. Instantly with the smoke as well. A little bit of a one-way-ish. May have just missed that slightly, not too sure. I think it is the one-way. Gonna buy himself a second, and well, there's already a big piece of the puzzle missing for the attacking side. A little flat on this hit, as Wardell's angle works out so well.
And that's going to try and work some magic potentially through Garage, while the rest of the team stacked up long. And it looks like that spike is just going to rotate away over to B, potentially all the way to the A site as the wall goes up from Hazed.
I mean, they're
Snipers everywhere. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, they're switching into this B hit, which, with Calypso finding that is good, but they denied the spike going down. And now Hayes might have just done enough. No, Calypso denies that. They're going to get it back to a decent scenario, but it comes down to that Cypher watching the back lines. You have 2 people flanking right now, so Finesse has to go big for his team here. And little does he know it, no he doesn't. Drone takes him down, and it's going to be the 2 players posted up on the site itself. This is so tough to hold on to.
It's going to be a 2v3 and make it a 2v2. Mobe finds the first, but his help now gone. Gotta buy time. This is a game-winning round potentially here for Mobe. He saw Cutler for a second, doesn't know where he's at on the site. Peeks through the smoke at the right time. Cutler being a hero here, and we have a 12-12 on our hands. Nice slow play by the defense. I actually like the attackers. Even after losing Caboose, they made it work, eased their way in. But as soon as Finesse went down, that was your player watching the flank. That was the player who gave you the opportunity to lock down B. And with him out of the picture, it all came down to the gunfights. Cutler playing it well.
I love this. What are the OT rules for this? I assume...
So I believe we cannot play anything but the current patch right now in competitive Valorant. So I believe it is win by 2.
Win by 2 time. All right, this is fun. This is the game I wanted to see. I mean, I've got to... Okay, I'm going to give credit here because, like, how many times do we hear, you know, Wardell's great, Sabro's great? Right now, Cutler is clutching everything. He is a rock in this regard, at least through regular time. OT, we're gonna find out, of course. It's gonna be fun. I don't care which way this goes now. This has been an incredible first game.
I'm loving it. You guys are in for a treat. We all are. This is the first day of live broadcast. You have the PAX Arena Invitational, powered by Seagate Gaming. This, the first map of the quarterfinals, and we're going to OT. TSM down huge at the half, now has an opportunity to steal this game back.
So impressive from them as well. You know, the resolve to be able to bring it back when you only have 3 rounds to play with. Now, of course, we know defense and ops, like, we don't need to talk about that. Yes, it's strong, but, you know, I've thoroughly enjoyed this so far. It looks like a switch up from the attacking side, which is, if I'm not mistaken, TSM at this point. Working their way up. It looks like they're going to go for a B hit so far, because they've not really got information anywhere else. And with the Cypher pushed up over on C long, they should have good, quick rotations on this. And yeah, it's going to be a quick plant. The wall's broken, though. Wait, hold on. Drone's gone down. This is a danger. Finesse is there, too.
Wardell's still with the operator in mid, but he's all smoked out. Won't be able to see anything. Meanwhile, his teammates starting to make their way into C. It's going to be Finesse working. And Wardell has a player down to about 6 health in the mid. So they're keeping mid presence. Ace is going to find Finesse, and this spike will be planted. But Wardell is now out of action. That spike didn't get planted. Defense holding strong, and that molly is going to cause all kinds of problems for Hayes.
Honestly, a small misplay from Sabrosa. I think you thought he was safer around the corner, but let's see what Hayes can do. The double dip in on the peak. That's so good from
You're
Hayes.
gonna res in
Quick
one
little
round.
res. Oh, Hayes, you absolute god.
Okay, Hayes. Okay. What did you just do, young man? Hayes with the ace. All 5 kills, earns the res, and now he gets a chance to defend. Hayes, the one-man army, and I thought he was dead. This player, 1 bullet, and they're out. So I don't fault Calypso at all for falling back, but you can't expect Hayes to do this to you. Getting real aggressive, pushing up on Mummy to finish the round.
Oh man, I love that. That was so well done. And that was off the back. And again, you don't often see it. Sabrosa, I think he thought he was closer towards the box than he thought he was. So when CT killed him, he was probably a bit baffled. Maybe part wall bang, maybe part not. But it doesn't really matter at this point because, well, what a round to be picked up there. That's certainly going to smart. It's going to sting a little that you lose that round as it was meant to be all yours. But go 1 by 1 and any of these players could succeed like that. They're all so talented.
Now, for anyone new to the overtime rules, of course, you get a chance to attack, then defend. TSM just won their attacking round. They hold here, they win the map. If not, we'll extend to another round of attack and defense with the team's tie. Cutler backing out just as the teams look to be pushing into B, and we are going to see, here comes Envy. Cutler through the smoke, finds Caboose.
Yeah, beautiful work from Cutler again. Just a solid pair of hands, teeing up the play for Sabrosa, and it looks like Envy's brilliance has kind of slowly dwindled here, not having that same sort of success they were having before, but they still have a couple of players standing and could definitely make something of this, but with that spike not being down, the time's just not on their side.
Yeah, Spike didn't get planted because Sabrosa just worked his way through that wall, and now he's playing the opposite corner. Mummy trying to survive as Hayes is going to find Calypso. He continues to cause problems on that right side of the map. Meanwhile, it's going to be Sabrosa finding the 4th, and it's all up to the Cypher. Finesse with 10 HP, and that's not going to be enough. TSM, after being down, what was it, 9-3? At the half, if not 8-4, 9-3 at the half, comes back and wins this one in overtime, 14-12. As the top team in NA in my book holds strong, but Envy showing you they played T1 super tight in the groups, and they are no slouches. This was their game.
This is exactly what I wanted to see, though.